Just gonna double check our audio is all good. All right then, hello everybody, and welcome to BRL Season 15, Round 9 here at Australia. We've already got something that I didn't expect to see. Pablos retiring already from the session. I don't know if he left or not while I was setting that one all up, but I'll just give an invite just in case. I don't know if he did leave, but if he has, there we go. He's all okay to get back in the session at the very least. But we're going to very quickly focus on the matters at hand right now, which is the drivers' standings. We currently have a five-way title fight at the minute. However, it's a bit lopsided towards one person specifically. Blackbone in the lead of the title here, 161 points to Bluebird and Pizza with 145. He's got a pretty big gap out there in front at the minute. But we can maybe see that change in this race. Other people mentioned now, Henson, Pablos, and Thomas, all those guys, 137, 134, 134 in terms of their points. They could be mathematically eliminated. As with Bluebird today, Blackbird could win the title today, in fact, but it's maybe unlikely. He had to outscore a load of people by a load of points, if that is the case. I don't know what Mr. Manuel said there, but Pablos saying it wouldn't let me break. Have you at least joined back, Pablos? If you have, that's all good. Meanwhile, though, this one just went fast in the first sector, and I think that's got taken there by Exotic Swords. So someone actually who we have not seen for a long while is back with us. We'll see where the small one's going here in a minute, though. But right now, it actually is quite overcast. 43,898. I didn't leave. Okay, that's good. Exotic Swords, a couple tenths up on the small one at the minute, who we know has got pretty decent qualifying pace usually. Has had the best runs of form so far, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I had some better disappoint me on my first week back again. Oh, I love it. Whoever this man is, I don't know. It probably is someone I know. So that's the thing. It is probably someone I know. But yeah, I tried making T1 just went straight on. I think my championship might be dead. Yeah, I don't know what to think of that one. But anyway, the sword across the line for a 16-3. Does it just go quicker in the background? He doesn't. So he probably made a mistake in that final sector, almost certainly. Meanwhile, we got drivers in the back there, sort of line up next to each other. That is a Aston Martin, Thomas, and our Henson. No, a Hazard, in fact. No, wait, that's not a... What is that? DK across the line for a 17-1. Thomas has got quicker. It's actually a V-carb, sorry, of Alex. So both these guys are starting their laps incredibly close to each other. Meanwhile, though, Bluebird to the top there with 15.8. Does Blackbone go any quicker? No, not as of yet. He was on the invalid lap, so we're probably seeing him go again. Jagged Moth trying to break a slipstream off of someone there. Grimmo and teammate across the line for an invalid lap. Oh, hits across the line, goes third fastest. So even though he's nearly a second away from Bluebird, he'll be taking that sort of grip position. Across the line, Perry goes. He replaced our heads to Sauber 2-3. At the minute, is Hazard's going to start his lap in 1 moment's time. Let's see where Jagged Moth is. Someone who actually is completely new so far. This might not have been his best lap, but across the line he does go over a 21.9, so he probably will be going for a new lap soon. He's got Hazard right behind him, so hopefully there'll be no blocking going on there. Obviously, got to make sure that people buy, and I don't know if Jagged Moth's going to do that as of yet. He might need to let him buy now if possible. It's an awkward place to do it. I think he only realised last minute there, Jagged Moth, but yeah, may have hit a Hazard quality lap there just that little bit. However, Hazard is only jumping, I think, for only quality himself. I think that's what he said. Meanwhile, no D-Kit just stationary on the track for the moment. I think CJ Drama across the line now. He goes for an 18-0. Who else is going in a minute? Alex has made his lap, so he's not going to go any faster. Thomas looks to have made a mistake too on his lap, or maybe he bailed out with it because he's only across the line for a P8 there. Ahead of Jagged Moth in a minute, so maybe those guys actually backed off of their laps. In the other things though, but Blackbone, he goes on to that front row spot. Obviously our championship leader, and once again, could take title today, we don't know, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Who did just go across the line? I think it's Grimmo there for P9. Obviously, a bit of a reduced grid compared to last week out in Brazil. Obviously, sprint race there, a load of points were on offer. But right now, we're back to our regular scheduled point system, obviously, of pole position giving you a point, along with the fast lap also giving you a point, and then our regular point system for the main race going points all the way down to 14th. So everyone should be able to get a point, bar one person in this race. But I'm sure we'll be probably seeing a DNF or two overall. Blackman note on the front row so far. Good stuff for his title. We love you, Edson. We do. We love you, Edson. He's got a little chart going. It's brilliant. But yeah, just a little bit more on the title fight series. Where I don't think we're seeing anyone massively improving in the minute. Thomas in the pit lane. Yeah, everyone really isn't improving that much. So we'll just go on Jerry Saff. In the meantime, I think he'll be the first person to go out and then set a better lap. So we'll just do that for a bit. We'll go back to the title, though. I am going to have my screen, I'll get my face away from the screen here, so just a bit of a heads up. If someone actually does go a quick run, might not see it. This commentator, can you play GT? I'm assuming that means GT7 or something like that. I don't know. I've forgotten what that says. To be quite honest with you. We're reaching a summer bus race. Oh, God, we are a bit. But, yeah, anyway, sorry. Yeah, Blackburn leads by 16 points to Bluebird. He is not safe currently on the potential countback. So Bluebird obviously has got 2 wins. Blackburn's 1 this season. Yeah, so basically neither of them won a race, but they both managed to go equal points at the end of the season. Then Bluebird win on courtesy of number of wins. Henson, only 24 points back on Blackburn, but he will basically need to outscore Blackburn this race. And then have a worldie of a final race as well, if he wants to win this title. He has got, though, other people behind him on a worse situation right now. Obviously, Pablos and Thomas, both of them are behind everyone that I've just mentioned so far, with a couple more points. They're currently 27 points back. So there is a mathematical chance of both of them to be 27 points back going into the last race. And still a big chance for the title. But, yeah, I mean, realistically, Thomas actually needs a win if he's going to be 27 points back exactly. He needs a win. Pablos as well, he's got to win this season, so he could win on potential countbacks if he gets a win in any of the last 2 races. Thomas will have to win the last 2 races if it's on countback. No, I heads are the same. But... sorry, while I was saying all that, look at Jeremy Saff go. I just looked back on the screen, and there he is, up in P3, just ahead of the small one, who's going quicker in a minute. 2.5 tenths up to him, nearly 3 tenths up now. This could put him on the front row here, the small one, as we're seeing people come across the line. Bluebird's starting his lap in a minute. Is anyone else going quicker? His teammates so far. Essex Perry looks to be going that a little bit quicker. Let's see, going into the middle sector. 6,000 up. Potential improvements are still on the table for him, but the small one right now looking pretty nice. I don't know if anyone else will cross the line to improve on a lap before him. That's a little bit hairy across that final corner, but he looks to all okay. Something Swords, meanwhile, goes into third fast, so that Alpine team is looking very good. Across the line goes to Swore. We were on board with him in that final sector, but he has gone second fast despite that little mistake there. So we might be seeing something good coming out of him. Alex cross the line to win as he go a 15.3 from Alex on his first proper valid lap. That takes him nearly, 4.5 tenths clear of everybody else so far. Bluebird's currently improving 2, so maybe we can see him challenging closer to that pole position time there. Jeremy Saff looks to back off his lap, and there's also Mercedes stop there. Not jag him off, he's a 2.5 up. Looks to be doing okay though in a minute. Obviously, if he's a 2.5 up, you'll be seeing him, at least at that sort of rate, getting close towards that back of the field. Meanwhile, Thomas, a couple of tenths up, so I'd assume that a lot of his time was lost in that final sector. Across the line, Bluebird will go to see improve. He does improve to a 15.6, but obviously not enough to take pole away for now. The 2 Haas guys going around for the final couple of corners at the minute. Hazard is going to start his up very close to the outside wall there. Henson will too, but we'll go and see nothing like Swords stationary there. We're going to see jag him off 1.7 seconds up. If he's got a better final sector in him, he'll need it now. Looks to be pretty conservative across these final couple of corners here. I'm noticing his braking isn't always on full. So if he's able to try and make that better, then he will definitely improve in this quality session. Across line he goes, though, into the 1 minute 20s, close to the 1 minute 19s. But There's no problems if we're going to be a bit slow here. It's all okay. Blackburn across the line, though. Where does he go? He improves, but not enough to go into the top three so far. Thomas, is he pushing at the minute? No, he's not. Our Henson is. Dekit is. Our Henson, though, a couple tenths back on his time so far. Dekit 4 tenths up. We can be seeing him around where the Essex Perry mark is as well. Dragon Moth will need to get out of the way of Essex Perry soon enough as they are on an outlap. Hazard, I don't know whereabouts he's going to be going at the minute, but he is on his lap too. We'll be seeing where he goes first, I think, because I don't think the two that are there crossing the line for a lap, unless it's Dekit. Yeah, Dekit is, sorry. So across the line, Dekit will go. Where will he put his car? Into P7, behind the two Alpines. That's a solid lap from Dekit in the Red Bull. What about Hazard in the Haas? Where will he go across the line? He goes P10, just ahead of his teammate for now. Can our Henson break through and go quicker? He goes quicker, but not ahead in terms of positions there. They are both P10 and P11. Yeah, I think that's quite expected there. We've seen our Henson struggle quite a bit in quali sometimes. Obviously, a second pole with Singapore. But you got to remember, that is his first pole position he's ever taken here. And he is raced here for an ungodly amount of seasons by this point. So, yeah, we've got to still be expecting him not to be always in the front, but especially for quali. But, yeah, his dividends really are paid in the race. When that's how he's so close to the title, that's how he's third place right now. He has had his best result of fourth 3 times this season. And that just really helps. That's already, 54 points just by that overall. It's only 54 points. And that's really good. It definitely tells you consistency really rewards people sometimes. And yeah, maybe for example, something like the small one occasionally goes that bit better in qualifying. We can see that, for example, right now. He's currently third fastest. But the small one has only got best race result of P6. And well, sure, yeah, he has done 2 less races this season. He's only got 63 points compared to our Henson's 137. You can tell who's just been that bit more consistent across the races in this season. Meanwhile, though, Essex Perry, his teammate, we'll have to wait and see now. Blackburn say if I go below the 115s, that's going to be a miracle. Well, below the 115s, I mean, yeah, you're not going to be in the 114s, I think, or at least I hope. But meanwhile, though, Essex Perry, great qualifying once again from him so far, up into P5. Yeah, but there is still that glaring issue at the front here. Alex, only 1 run, mind you, still nearly 3 tenths clear. Bluebird doing his best to keep good stuff right now, but yeah, 15.6 for him. That would have definitely been on pole by a couple of tenths. The small one as well. Great qualifying from him. Blackburn as well, not doing too bad. He said he wouldn't be able to really go below the 16s instead. There's sorry, what I'm saying now, just look at the leaderboard there. See the drama went up ahead of Grimo into 12th fastest. But yeah, Blackbone is 700s. I think you'll be good enough to knock 700s off that time. I know you might be doubting yourself quite a bit, especially after what happened at Brazil. But yeah, you will find that time as long as you get a valid one. You will find that time by the end of this session. Hazard coming out here for an outlap, so this should be his last lap here. I think he tries to do this, actually, I've noticed. Hazard goes out quite early for his final lap, so I believe he decided just for... right, Mr. Therapist, I mean, I've been telling him this the whole time, and I don't know, he's just not been listening. It seems he's not been listening. He's saying championship over before the start of this race. I mean, come on, you know? I got 5 tenths from Alex in Sector 2. Does that mean? If he does, that is insane. Not really. No, you got an equal first sector, basically equal middle, basically equal last. I mean, there's definite improvement in that. Has Hazard... Has he got a bit of wing damage with that? I don't think he has, but he just drove into the wall there. That's the only way I can say that. Just completely drove into the wall. Meanwhile, the small one, is he out improving now? Yes, this could be the small one's last lap. So we'll definitely have a look at this. Can he topple Bluebird on this final lap? We'll have to wait and see. Look really nice and committed through our first sector so far. Is he up on his time in a minute? Let's see it. He's 100th down on his time, and that was very committed through turn 6, I believe that is. That is very good stuff from the Sauber driver. There's not really much to gain through here. It's all down to turn 6 and how quick he can take it. Let's see through here now. He's a 10th up. we could be seeing him dislodge it. 7th gear throughout this, just about rides the curve really well. This is a great lap from the small one so far. Can we see it? Once again, potentially, go on to the front row. He's clipped the curve quite a bit, a little bit squirrely on the rear end there, but this is now where the time it should be gained. He's very close to track limits once again. Let's see, does he have a twitch here as well? No, he learns from his previous mistakes. Across the final corner he goes. That's a little bit too twitchy there, definitely tagging the wall. Does he go faster in this? He doesn't, unfortunately. He's got one more chance to improve if he has the fuel for it. But obviously that will be now on a set of used tyres. I want to actually see how much time do you lose? Wow, nearly 4/10 by the end of that. So the small one definitely could have been closer to Bluebird after all of that. Meanwhile, Deekit's trying to push on his last lap here as everybody else is trying to warm up. Deekit currently 8/10 down, so maybe he either got blocked or something else had happened. Haz, I think, is going to do the same here. He'll actually bail out of his lap and just keep going in the way that he's doing it right now. CJ Dramas, he started this lap. He's got quite a lot of clear air, in fact, to go and keep going on this lap without any issues. But yeah, look at that final sector. That is just a minefield of drivers right now. If I was a small one, I'd back off even further because everyone will be wanting a bit of space on this last lap, and I don't know if everyone is going to be able to get it by the end of this. We're seeing nearly 3 drivers start a lap at near identical times at the back there. I think we're just seeing... Is that Essex Perry go through? Yes, it is. We're seeing other people try and just get some sort of space out on the track. Alex looks to have got some sort of space. He is the first one to start that last lap. The small one is just caught up to some people. But yeah, I could definitely see potential issues with traffic on this final lap. Essex Perry immediately validated. We are going to be watching him throughout the rest of this session. Exotic Swords too. He could maybe make it to the line once more, so we might be seeing him go again. But Essex Perry, he is done. Meanwhile, who else can be going quicker in a minute? Not CJ Drama. He'll pull into the pit lane. He's not going any quicker in a minute. Let's see where Grimmo's going. 6 cents up right now. His teammate also needs to improve down there in the bottom. Is Jerry Saff improving? At the minute, he's 2 tenths down. Alex, is he improving out there? He is by 700. This is Blackbone. He is by 600. So we definitely see Blackbone on the potential 15's lap there, but the Swarm will need to respond. He's a couple hundredths down as well, and we're also seeing the Hash drivers go here. It's a couple of tenths up as well. We're seeing a load of people about to cross the line now. Exotic Swords, where would he have gone? He is still actually improving on his lap. If he is able to get this last one in, Grimmo goes into P12. Will Alex improve? I believe he will. We're going to immediately watch Blackburn across the line now, 15-1 for Alex. Blackburn goes ahead of the small one. Jeremy Saff pops time up into P6. Will the small one improve? No, he's invalidated his lap time. Who else is going across now? Hazard, Henson now actually, sorry, across the line. Where does he go? He goes up into P8. Where does Thomas go? He's only P10 at the minute. He's only P7. It's not great. Overall, I think that's it. Other than Bluebird, I don't think he'll be able to take it across the line now, but let's have a look. Where would his timer put him? A 15.4. That would put nearly half a second clear of the next best driver, had it not been for Alex. Yeah, did say stuff. Breaking a hot out. Ooh, okay. Alex might have to answer for that one then. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, there we go. That is your grid. Bit of a standout here, I think. Thomas only in P7. I know he's always had the best stuff happen there, but yeah, not sure what else is going on. Kadom actually, by the end of that, sorry, did join. But yeah, meanwhile, though, Alex Old Polo 51, potential investigation for a braking or hot lap there, but Bluebird will line up alongside him on the front row P2 with a lovely lap as well. Nearly half a second clear of his title rival Blackbone. The small one, Essex Perry, 4 and 5. Great qualifying again for the Sauber boys. There's Jeremy Saff, and Exotic Swords sandwich Thomas there, who's in P7. Our heads to P9, Geek at P10, Hazard P11, Grimmer P12, CJ Drive P13, Jagged Moth P14, and Pablos rounds off our field. But that's concerning for him. Kev says that you joined. You might be in the race, Kadom, if you're... hold on. Just want to make sure he knows. Let's see, is Kadom in this race? I can't fully tell at the minute. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see anyway. I had to also say sorry to DK. Is there any way to join? If you have, you should be at the back here. Yeah, you're in the McLaren, but I'll be able to sort that all out on Race League Tools. If you've got a setup on, that's all good. If you haven't, don't worry. Even just driving about near the back of the field, as long as you can finish the race, you'll get a couple of points for that one. But yeah, meanwhile though, Alex looking to be the quickest of the bunch. Pretty much just her, to be honest. We see that people earlier in the season like Rose, Wolfie, all these guys are showing pretty much who is the best here. But right now, with some of those not here, we're seeing who is the best right now, and it looks to be Bluebird, who looks to be in the best shape, and we'll be seeing it now going down towards turn one. Alex on pole, Bluebird alongside, hasn't already been a drive-through penalty. He's lights out anyway, but he's gone to the grass, so he's going to try and make sure everyone avoids him. Meanwhile, though, Alex leads into turn one. Bluebird behind him. No real contact there. Looks to have been sort of going straight on at turn one. I don't know who that was, but meanwhile, Alex leads. And everything else looks to be okay. I think it's actually Pablos down the back of the field. So his brakes weren't looking too good. There's a bit of a wiggle there from Jerry Saff, and now other people trying to stream past him. Essex Perry regained his spot into P5 there. We got side by side between Exotic and Henson. They both just make it through unscathed. But right now, the top four have already got a pretty big advantage over the rest of this field. Let's see, what are the tyre strategies saying? We're seeing 3 mediums at the top of the field, and we've got small one and P4 on a set of hards. Hazard ahead of Caleb a minute, but obviously he has got that drive-through penalty. Exotic and Henson side by side in the minute. This can be very close. Who will blink? Neither of them. Exotic on the curb. Henson just has to come in, but so does Exotic in the end of things. Let's see, is there any moves now? Down towards the back of this field. CJ John wants to get involved too. He can't find a way through though in a minute. He's going to try and go to the outside of Exotic. Can't find any sort of way. Oh, and he spun round. I don't know what happened there, but he instantly spun round. He might cut the grass on the outside. Definite possibility, but right now, Alex currently in the lead from Bluebird, and Bluebird actually looking pretty racy right now. He's going to be trying to think about a move on that V-car probably in the next couple of laps. But I want to quickly check on Pablos here again. No wing into this first lap. Hasn't retired succession, obviously, with that drive-through as well. But yeah, this is the telling point of this title fight. One of our contenders is likely going to be out of it before there really was a chance. Pablos said his brakes, once again, weren't feeling too great in qualifying, and that is why he retired. Turns out it's not feeling great either for this first lap. He might retire from this race, and that is all there is to write. But that now means that we will have a more or less a title fight between these two in a minute. Thomas quite far down. If he finishes there, he will not be going through to these final races. So will our Henson. It's looking like it'll only be between the McLaren and the Ferrari at the minute. Meanwhile, Bluebird trying to shape up a move on Alex. He got close, in fact, to the grass there, but he is all okay at the minute. All the AWS graphics are saying that a one-stop or a two-stop are viable. I believe we'll be seeing only one stops today unless someone is really struggling on their tyre wear. Someone I want to mention, though, small one at the minute, really keeping well, but as I say that, he then loses an absolute buttload of time at the final couple of quarters. I could not think of a word to say. But, yeah, he lost a lot of time in those final couple of corners. He's staying in DRS for the minute, but he needs to push just a little bit further. He doesn't want to break the top three away. Meanwhile, Bluebird closing in on Alex once again. He's getting a bit closer to that V-carb there. We're going to keep seeing him go round at the minute, and still in the lead, in all fairness. He's done pretty good. So is Blackburn at the minute, but look at that battery difference. Nearly 65% for Bluebird. Blackburn only on about 20%, and he's also got the, well, not benefit, the hindrance of being behind the pair of these guys. Meanwhile, though, the small one still sitting in DRS at the minute, and I think he's actually the best of the three right now in terms of where he is. Exotic Sword, so gets past our heads, who's also on the hard tyres. Essex Perry leading a bit of a train now as everything is going on in this race. Meanwhile, though, Bluebird is a little bit closer to Alex ahead. They're both on similar battery levels. He's got to make sure not to make mistakes on those medium tyres. Alex quite wide there, but I don't think he'd have got a warning for that one. Meanwhile, everybody else doing pretty decent this race so far. Most have stuck to a train. Is Kano and Grimo looking all good? Jagged Moth leaves the session, so I'll try and get him back in, because obviously we do not want to be having people disconnected during this race. I'm trying to see if we can find him as soon as possible. We're going to look in the background as well to see potential moves. No moves being made yet. Jagged Moth should have an invite back in, though. If you are watching this stream, mate, you should have it back in. If you don't, just type in stream, and I'll be able to get you back in there too. Meanwhile, though, Bluebird still hounding on the back of Alex here. So far, no one's really got a pace advantage at the minute. You can only maybe say Alex, potentially, because Bluebird's only here because of DRS. But at the same time, Bluebird's got that dirty air. Yeah, not really too sure what to say to it. They're both looking pretty equally matched. Bluebird, I think maybe the only issue he's got is that ERS saving. He could probably go in none right here, and it will really help his race. He could just chill out behind the back of Alex right now. He's not really looking for a move down there. And he's quite wide. That might be the first warning of the race for Bluebird. Blackbird gains a little bit on that one too. Essex Perry right now really hasn't got much battery to use, and we're seeing him hold up Jeremy Saff for now, and, well, a bunch of other people as well. And we're seeing all Grimo wide at the final turn? Not the final turn, sorry. The chicane. Jesus, I could not think of the word again. Sorry about that. But yeah, anyway, Alex still leads at the minute. I'll give Jagged Moth another invite just to make sure. If he is... Oh my god, if he is listening here, then he can join through the spectator menu. I think he'll be able to do that one. His AI is not falling too far away though, so yeah, I think it's looking all okay so far. Alex looked a little bit out of shape there, going through the next couple of corners, but right now he looks real okay. Jagged Moth is back in the session. That's good news to hear. If he does use the spectator menu, he'll be able to join back in. I hope he knows that. If he doesn't, then I'm not too sure. If he maybe messages me on Discord, so I'm going to have one eye on the racing, another eye on my messages. Everything looks real okay so far, but Blackburn right now looking to be the weakest link of the four, in all honesty. The small one there looking really good on those hard tyres, and we have seen potentially prone to mistakes sometimes, but right now all he needs to do is just sit behind Blackbone and wait for his opportunity. As meanwhile, CJ Drama further down the back of the field. That was close. Between the pair of them, I think Kano actually had to cut the curb by the end of things. So, I mean, CJ Drama makes the move, but I think Kano there may have either needed to back off and then accept the fact he's going to get overtaken, or it would have been a very big squeeze from CJ Drama. Either one of the two could have been true there, or both at the same time. We do not know, but whatever it is right now, Alex and Bluebird still realistically the main two to be here. Blackbone still holding on. Same as Sworn, actually. He's looking the best out of the top three with his battery. Obviously, he's got them harder tyres on. He will eventually start gaining on these top guys, but right now he's getting a nice little buffer behind there with Essex Perry, his teammate, holding up a bunch of people. But so he can also get that buffer himself by just keeping in this DRS right now. As meanwhile, Pablos, 38 seconds back on the field. Unfortunately for him, he's got a penalty. The only thing that can really save him in this race, a safety car. And I don't know how likely that is to happen in this race. We haven't really seen many safety cars throughout this season. We've seen some. We saw one last race, obviously, in Brazil. As meanwhile, Thomas, once again, someone I'm not being talked about, has got a penalty. He's really getting hounded now by Exotic. Exotic's going to try and find a way, running outside, a little bit of contact. But I think Exotic may have known there that space would have closed. I'd at least have assumed that space was always going to close on the outside. That is where the racing line is, and he definitely wouldn't have thought of a move, which is getting made there. But meanwhile, going to go back to the front of the field, is Bluebird close enough? Still not close enough. But you can see the difference in the way these guys recharge here. Alex recharges at every moment that he gets. Bluebird occasionally is on medium, and he doesn't need to be. As long as he can just stick somewhat in that range, he can keep on none. And I think that's something that really hinders some of his racing. I've noticed that quite a lot, in fact, throughout this season. Right now, though, Blackbone looks to go a bit more in the level now of Bluebird. Maybe he's struggling with tyre wear just that little bit. We saw him have a little snap there come out of the next corner, and that's now sort of equalised the gap across the top three. But someone who is gaining just that little bit more here, the small one on them hard tyres, has done a brilliant job to keep with the top three, in fact. There's meanwhile Exotic and Thomas there. They're fighting, and now Exotic goes through there. Hopefully with no issues there too. Yeah, interesting stuff, though, so far. We're seeing Jeremy Saf looking all okay, very close. I'm very astounded, in fact. Like, I don't know how it would look on these guys' point of views, obviously, is, you know, I've always got only have one camera angle, unfortunately. When I'm looking like this, I don't really have their onboard as well, like how it is in real F1 sometimes, so you get the offboard and the onboard at the same time. But, yeah, when they go through that specific turn, I'll go on board with Jagging Moth in a second to sort of show you what I mean. So, this turn here, if you look to the right of here, some people get so close to that grass, it is bonkers. Like, it looks so... It may just look like completely different on the offboards, but it looks the same. But yeah, right now, though, I think we might be seeing the 4-horse race become 2. It's just okay at the minute. Let's see, can Blackburn keep it? He does keep DRS for now, but he's going to have the small one on the back of him soon. Look at that, Blackburn with hardly any battery to spare, but the small one has plenty at the minute, and he's slowly gaining down this straight. Blackburn hasn't got much more in him to defend right now. However, we can be seeing people box as early as this lap for the hard tyres in this race. As meanwhile, Alex is really weaving there. Maybe trying to tell Bluebird, look, quick, we can maybe break away from P3 and P4 right now if we just hurry up, use a bit more of that battery, and we can maybe pull away, just do a 1-2 then. But right now, Alex still holding on in the lead of this race right now. Yeah, no one has decided to pit, at least right now, although Grimo did pit a lap before there. Oh, no, someone who actually has pit, though, Thomas. Onto a set, probably of hard tyres, I would assume. Although there might be another set of mediums, get him out of the way. Let's see across here, he goes to a set of hards. You could take these to the end of this race. If you have the tyre life in them, you could definitely do it. And I think here, Thomas, let's get out ahead of Kano and see the drama. I don't think he's going to be able to, though. He's going to get out ahead. No, not obviously get ahead. Oh, no, Jagged Moth out. So Essex Perry. Oh. Oh, no, Jeremy Sav and Essex Perry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What has happened here? Full course safety car. That's going to bring Pablos back in. What just happened there? I have got no idea. Whatever happened, Jeremy Sav out as well. What on earth happened? Jeremy Sav looks to have manually retired. I don't know if have these guys come together and there has been absolute chaos. Meanwhile, Jagged Moth, I think is he in AI? Oh, I think he might have left the session again. Whatever happened, Jeremy Saf, definitely out of the session. Essex Perry, probably fuming with that one as well, because that was a tyre off rather than just like a front wing. That was just a tyre off. But now these three have got to be on course for a one-stop now. They've got to do it. All of them should be pitting here for a set of hard tyres to the end. The issue is the small one who does stay out. I don't know if that's the right thing for him to do, to be honest with the small one. I think a load of these guys behind him will pit. Yeah, Exotic Swords will, Henson surely will, D-Kit, Kadom. I think everyone back here should be pitting. So I think in the small one, wants to do anything in this race, I would probably suggest to him, if he has them, put on a set of hard tyres, just like how Exotic Swords has, and then maybe hope for a safety car later on, or switch to a two-stop. Right now, I think he's going to get eaten up by a lot of this field if he continues to stay out. He needs to pit at the next time of asking if he really wants to keep going in this race, at least at a high spot. Meanwhile, though, CA Drama, will he get ahead of D-Kits? He just will. Someone who actually hasn't boxed either as well. Another person actually got quite screwed over there, Thomas. Was running, I think, P7 in the end of things. But remember, now Jerry Saff and Alex Perry ahead of him, both out, and he's only in P9 still. So, obviously, he could gain a position from CA Drama and from the small one. But, yeah, rotten luck for Thomas. But Pablos, someone who is here, has been brought right back into it. Yeah, not sure what to think. CA Drama saying so hard to race with people glitching so bad. Oh, Lord. Have we got any connection issues at the minute? I don't know. Is CA Drama himself having a few issues? I don't know. But I think everyone looks okay from what I'm seeing on the off-board. So maybe CA Drama, I don't know if there's any issues with his or my own internet. I don't know. Let's have a look at CJ Drama. Everything looks to be all quite smooth here. It might just be me. But yeah, Jeremy Saff definitely not happy with what Essex Perry did. So maybe Essex Perry has made a mistake, and that is basically all she wrote for this race. Meanwhile, will the small one come out of pit? No. So yeah, realistically, the small one is going to be a big factor in this race. Zara Hedson. Oh no, sorry, CJ Drama is the one to pit there. Sorry, I thought it was Hedson there. As, he was constantly swapping places. I'm not too sure what else to think right now. CA Drama onto a set of mediums. Some people might do mediums, in fact, purely because they might have a second set of hards. I am assuming CA Drama's done that for that reason. I'm assuming D gets done for that reason. Let's try and get Jagged Moth back in, because it looks like he's still an AI in a minute, so we'll get him back in right now. Where is he? Where is he? There we go. He should be all okay to get in from that one now. But he's currently running P11. His AI has not boxed. But if he did box by the time he joins back, then definitely could be only behind his teammate there. He's joined back. That's all good to see there. But yeah, big moment in this race, because that has now set up these medium guys for what should be a somewhat easy one-stop now. And all they've really got to be careful of is the small one ahead, who he's kind of ruined by his strategy, in fairness. I mean, there wasn't really much else for him to do, but I don't think staying out was the option here. I probably would say, if he wanted to do anything, I definitely think he should have pit again onto a set of hard tyres, and then his race would sort of open up from there. In fact, it's a small enough damage on the front right-hand side of his car. I think he does, yeah, the end plate is missing off the side of that Sauber. I don't know how. He might have hit the safety car. Let's have a quick look. On the small one so far, there's no warnings from what I'm seeing. Let's have a quick look. No, I've honestly got no idea. Yeah, no idea. I'll be quite honest with you for the small one, but he has picked up damage at some point. I'm going to assume he's hit the safety car, or he somehow hits a wall when warming his tyres. But yeah, because I definitely didn't see him hit anyone else, like in terms of on track. Definitely haven't seen him do that. Meanwhile, Jagged Moth comes into the pit lane. I think Pavlos would just beat him out here, but at least Jagged Moth is back in this race and on a set of fresh tyres. Both of these should be able to catch up to the back of the field here, and they should be all good. Looks to me, though, that Pavlos' brake is not working, so after the very much panic state he probably could have been in after lap one, he looks to be all okay now. It's just that he's got to have a hell of a comeback throughout the rest of this race. He is on track for a one-stop, though. Obviously, he's used a couple of sets of hard tyres, and Jeremy Sabley's session, unfortunately for him, had issues in this race, and I still don't know the cause, but whatever it is, it's pretty unfortunate for him. He was looking to be pretty good there. First time in a while that Jeremy Saff has properly looked on pace. But yeah, safety car in this lap. I believe Jagged Moth will be all okay to catch up, but yeah, actually now I am seeing a bit of the lagging about, and I'm not too sure why. Potentially it's my own internet. If it is, I am very, very sorry. But yeah, everybody is all caught up now. Yeah, I wanted to see how this small one strategy is going to go. So he's going to keep on this one-stop strategy. He's got wing damage currently and will need to go on a set of mediums later on in the race. So unless he's banking on a later safety car, which I think will be his only saving grace if he gets it, yeah, I'm not sure what his strategy is going to go for the small. He's going to wait and wait and wait to go. Alex is practically pushing him through these final quarters. Small one does go, and Alex is right on the back of him here. Alex has got a great restart. So has Bluebird, though. Although the small one already going defensive to turn one. Can Alex brake round the outside? It's turn one. He does it, but he's too late. On the brakes, he just gets ahead, though. And now everyone is all batched up. Blackburn, Bluebird, everyone is right there on the back of Alex and the small. The small one back down the inside. Can't make it. Double front lock up the pair of them, of Bluebird and the small one touch. But the small one just is away from contact there. Alex is wide too, and there's a bit more changes down the back of the field here. We've also got D-Kit trying on the inside. That's small one wide again, and that's Blackburn now through. He's exotic through. Yes, it is. He's got damage on that car. I don't know when he got it, but now he's seen it. Oh, there's big contact there. Oh, heads to D-Kit. I can't tell exactly what's the fault for that one, but now more people are trying to go through. Pablos as well has gone through. I don't know who or what is happening, because look at this now. We're now 3 wide up ahead of us, and now it's 2-1 between Thomas and CJ Drama. A pair of them really rubbing tyres right now, and they're so close to contact, but then given the top 4 a big gap at the minute. Thomas desperately wanting to clear that Williams, and meanwhile further back we've got Deacon down the inside. It's too late on the brakes, but he's just managed to get slowed down. Pavlos has got a switch back on 1 and now 2 as him and Grimmo make big contact now, and oh, D-Kit has taken Grimmo round. Oh, that's really unfortunate for Grimmo. I think he could be more at fault for that one, but DRS is now enabled. So unfortunate for Grimmo. The small one now just realising that was not it in the end of things. Yeah, it is hard defending when you're on used tyres, and I don't think that was what he had planned. But yeah, chaos is the word off that restart once again. I did say about the driving standards trying to be a bit better. The small one out, I'm so yeah, I feel so bad for him, but such a good race as well. But yeah, unfortunate stuff. I can't really say much else about it. The small retires, but we are still with a fight of 4 people out in front. Bluebird, the main one, putting pressure once again on Alex here. Blackbone still doing a good race so far, though, and right now it's not really enough for Bluebird to fully think about this title. The one thing he'll be constantly playing on his mind, though, is that one missed race he had earlier in the season. Round 1 at Spain, it has been, yeah, pretty rough. And unfortunately for the small one as well, I think he got involved in some sort of crash, I believe. But yeah, I mean, whatever it was, he definitely made a strategy error in that safety car period. He should have boxed like how the rest were. But meanwhile, right now, Alex and Exotic, the 2 people there, were setting fast slaps. Kano picks up a penalty as well after all of that. Thomas and our heads to run the back of CJ Drama as Jagged Moth gets ahead of DK, who hits with that wing damage there. Let's see the moves we made here. Thomas on the inside of CJ Drama, and after a few bits of wheel banging for the pair of them, they're both trying to go now forward in this race. There's CJ Drama trying to now defend immediately from our heads who's around the back of him, but Pablos is now right on the back of these guys. So Pablos, I mean, he's still got a chance to keep the title going towards the final race at Austria. It's quite unlikely. I think the only person who will be part of this driver's title fight in these last couple of races will be Bluebird and Blackbone, at least provisionally. I don't think Thomas will be good enough, and it's actually nearly 3 wide there, I think. There's all the gaps really close up. Meanwhile, our Hedson there, has he got anything to defend from Pablos? No. Pablos goes right on the outside of him. CJ John trying to go around the outside of Thomas. Thomas blocks it up pretty well. Pablos as well, up to P7 there. Oh, no, Hedson. Oh, Hedson a broken wing. I think he's just cut the grass, and that is him. Without a wing, is that any sort of safety car? No, it is not, but our Hedson's race ruined there, and so is his title fight so far. Meanwhile, though, up at the front there, Bluebird fast up in the race. All these guys in a lovely little trade so far, but I'm sure it's helping some of these people's races. I mean, sure, they're going to be top 4, but Exotic right now, not really able to make any sort of move. Jagged and Moth as well, just by staying alive in this race pretty much. He's up into P8. He's got a good chance of getting points today, obviously, as long as he does not DNF out this race. I think Kano as well is an upburst who's done pretty well, but obviously, I don't think he's actually got a setup on. His car is still lagging quite a bit. He was talking about his inset potentially being fixed. Right now, it does not look it. Meanwhile, though, Bluebird looks to be draining their batteries. This is going to be the first move we're going to see for the lead of the race. Bluebird around the outside. Alex holds it. He can't hold it well enough. That's a lovely move from Bluebird, who's up into the lead now of the Australian Grand Prix. That was a lovely, good move, but the only problem is he's got very little battery to play with, and we've seen how he struggles a bit on recharging. It could be a good bit of clean air now, though. He could definitely try to recharge just that bit more. Alex will be looking to reclaim that first place back as soon as possible. We're seeing it right now. He's only a couple of tenths back, Will he deploy the battery? Looks like he's going to. Bluebird trying to weave about, saying, please don't do it. Don't try and make a move right now. But he may think about it here in turn one. Alex reclaims the lead in towards turn one here. Maybe Bluebird looked at his ERS battery there and went, actually, you know what? It's not the greatest thing to do. Meanwhile, Alex constantly weaving about there too. Maybe they're both just trying to signal to each other, I want this win. I don't know what's going on, but they're constantly signaling to each other there as Bluebird gets a bit of a snap there on the rear. Dev looks like he's maybe put the power down too much with his rear tyres aren't fully holding. But yeah, these tyres should make it to the end of this race regardless here. Yeah, I mean, the one person who I think just should be a bit worried here is Blackbone. He's still got, obviously, a good chance this title, all that sort of stuff. Oh, with DK or Heads, I think both of them came out there side by side when going to the pit lane. Hopefully they're not going to crash into each other here. DK, there, our Heads on the outside. Everything looks to be all okay. Our Heads trying to go for a switchback. Can't make it as Pablos is now past CJ Jama. I think Pablos really needs to make that move, but he's now got 8 seconds to catch to these guys out in front. Bluebird still holding quite close to Alex here, despite him retaking the lead. But something I will check very quickly before anything else. Are these guys on any sorts of warnings here? Bluebird looks to be on 2 and Alex on 1. I can't tell if those are both track limit warnings here. Alex on a track limit warning, Bluebird a track limit warning, and Bluebird a corner cutting warning. So I believe both of them are track limit warnings for Bluebird. He's always got to be careful. Ooh, Alex, bit of a clout of the wall there. I don't think he's got damage from that, but that is just a quick reminder in this race that something can go wrong very quickly, even in a race like this. Obviously, the person I'm basically aiming that one at is Blackbone. He had a pretty mediocre Brazil race, all things considered, but remember, those last couple of laps, there was a mistake creeping in both the race and the sprint, and that actually caused him to lose a couple of positions there. So, yeah, hoping for his sake that he doesn't do it again, because otherwise that is going to be a close title fight going towards Austria. But right now, it is still definitely on for Bluebird and Blackbone. I think everyone else is going to be mathematically eliminated there. Our Hetsu is damage, Pablos is penalty, and also the fact that he had no brakes at the start of this race. So meanwhile, the pair of the challengers here go for it. Same with Bluebird and Alex. Hold on a minute. I did not think there'd be a move going into here, but now Alex on the outside there just holds it. And now Bluebird maybe a little bit susceptible here to Blackbone. Bluebird knows it, goes defensive, holds his acceleration there to the very end, but he's got Blackbone now right in the back of him. Has he got the battery? He has got the battery. Has he got the straight line speed though? As now Bluebird knows he's got to go a bit defensive. Can he hold into turn 1? He can hold into turn 1, but can he hold now towards turn 3? He's got the battery to do so. He's got the DRS as well. Blackbird's got that bit more though, as he's been saving up for quite a lot this race. Alex knows that as well, as he's probably trying to break away a little bit now from the rest of these guys. But Bluebird there, that's his first little scare from behind, I think, this whole race, other than the fact that when he took the lead and then Alex was right back on him. I think that was the only scare he's really had other than that. But he's not been doing too bad right now. So meanwhile, our Henson and Kane are both going quite quick. Our Henson especially, with the fast up of the race there now. Bluebird with that small mistake that he did actually have there is now starting to go a bit further away from that DRS. He's not got much battery left either, but so does Alex. He's not got much battery left too. It's Blackbone who really is now in the best shape of the 4 out in front here. All Bluebird needs to do is make sure that he's still in that 1 second window by the DRS extra point, which is now, and he, I believe, only just got it. I don't know, but Alex is really pushing out there. I think, did Bluebird get it? No, he did not. That's key for this race, as Alex now might be thinking about just blasting away. And there you go, look, fast out there, an 18.9 on 10 lap old hard tyres. You can tell he was pushing desperately to break DRS. As soon as he realised Bluebird had probably used a bit too much DRS in that section there, he's broken away. And now Bluebird, he could be on the back of Alex once again, but he's not going to have much battery to go with it. Bluebird trying his best, but he's lost up a couple tenths in this first sector. He'll be able to start looking back now towards Blackbird and Exotic. Both of these two are definitely primed and ready for some sort of attack on the Ferrari. And now Bluebird, I think, might need to just give up on going towards Alex. I don't think there's much else to say here. They're both on similar battery levels, but right now, Blackbone is the big threat for Bluebird's race. He's not been a man ahead, it'll be the man behind, and all Blackbone needs to do is keep it out of the wall and he's going to have a very solid race after all of the things that he has had in these last couple of races there. He's been very much doubting himself after Brazil, but right now he is looking like the start of the season here, where he was just incredibly quick and still on the pace of the top guys. Alex, though, has broken another second to Bluebird here. He has suddenly dropped it and has gone flying forward. Meanwhile, Exotic Swords in the pit lane, trying something different potentially. Obviously, he's got that penalties. Henson and D-Kit, they both are fighting there, but Henson has gotten past. Yeah, look, Exotic now, though, onto a set of mediums, really putting a bit of pressure on these guys' head. Is that his strategy? Just trying to see where he can get away with all this. Bluebird sliding about proper now on these medium, hard tyres, sorry. Will he think about a potential pit stop? Because obviously Exotic now will be gaining heaps of time on those sets of mediums. Henson, I think once getting back past D-Kit there as Jagging Moth now comes to the pit lane. He might be able to scrounge a couple of points from this race if he keeps going. But yeah, this is the thing I want to look at now. Let's look at that. Blackbone through now on Bluebird. I now think if Bluebird is going to be struggling this much, he's going to go wide again. And he's got facing a penalty for that one. He might be able to get that one removed if it is just a pure mistake. Obviously, we will probably be removing quite a load of those ones right there if they are just regular mistakes. Meanwhile, yellow flag, safety car, out on track. Grimo, with that front wing broken, has not had much fun. But right now, Alex, Blackbone, and Bluebird, all these guys going to the pit lane. Oh no! Oh! Blackbone's going to. What's Blackbone doing? Okay, I don't know what's happened there, but as long as Bluebird can fix his wing, I don't think any of them got penalties for that one, but as long as they can fix their wing, they're all okay. But that might drop Bluebird back down the field. They're both going to be on set of mediums. Ooh. Oh no, they've not changed Bluebird's wing either. Oh no. Oh, that might be some heat discussion there. There could be potential penalty for Blackbone. Oh, I don't know on that one. But whatever it is in a minute, Thomas and Pablos also come out the pit lane there. CJ Jarman, fresh set of tyres too. I think he literally just boxed as well. So unfortunate that he had to box it immediately afterwards is like this. But yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. Will Bluebird pit again in this race? He'll be dropping behind a couple of guys. Because I think they're trying to switch here, I think. I think they're trying to switch there. I think Bluebird is trying to be off the position there by Blackbone, but I don't think that's really his issue right now. His issue is more the fact that he's carrying wing damage and he can't do anything about it at the minute unless he pits again. And I think that'll be the basis of his report. It's the fact that you're going too slowly to the pit lane. It's simple as that. I don't know if there was a reason why Blackbird was doing that at all, or if there was a delta time he maybe to a D2. I don't know. But whatever it was, that's very much controversial there. And I think if Bluebird wants to do anything, I think he should just come into the pit lane and just try and maybe have just the hope of chaos unfolding. Because right now, I think regardless, he's dropping down to P6. If he keeps out with that front wing damage, he could maybe get ahead of CJ Drama and DK if he can. But let's just wait and see here. Bluebird, would he go potentially to the pit lane? Obviously on a fresh set of mediums right now, but I don't know. I don't know. Bluebird's saying, why are we breaking? Like I was saying, my delta was plus 1.4 4 seconds before penalty. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's I don't know what to think of that one, because if you go into the pit lane, you are going to have that delta sort of move, but the same question applies there. You are speeding currently, so could have slowed down before the pit lane. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know yet, but just in my opinion, I'm not too sure on that one, Blackbone. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how it looks from your point of view and everything else like that, but yeah, I'm not too sure on those ones. But meanwhile, sorry, while I'm saying all this, I had sort of a set of 7.5 hard tyres. I think D-Kit box too, and he's on 8.5 mediums. So it's starting to see a bit of a rarer situation where we're seeing guys just not have the tyres like remaining at all. I think the only thing our Hetzer really could do here is a set of softs, the used softs. Instead, guys stays up one more lap. I think that's what he should be doing. But yeah, I don't know what else to think right now. There is a lot of stuff going on. I think he's jagging Moss in this race. Yes, he is. Sorry, I just saw a message from him to say his internet was a bit ruined there. But meanwhile, though, he's not doing too bad of a race so far. In P11, he's on a fresh set of mediums too, penalty free as well. He's not been doing too bad, although he's got a bit wide there. Oh my god. Yeah, he's got to be careful with these guys, though. He's got to slow down. Sorry, he's got to slow down, and he's all good, and he is all good now. Yeah, I mean, well, I actually don't know what to think here because a load of drivers got penalties. The hope I think that Bluebird would have is if he did report this, then Blackburn could get a penalty, and then Bluebird could then potentially gain a bunch there because of the fact that a lot of these guys behind have actually got penalties too. He could be potentially reporting one of those warnings to be unfair. I don't know what to think, but yeah, whatever it is, this is what I was more thinking of the title fight. Someone who actually could suddenly gain out of all this, especially if there is chaos in this race. Henson. Haven't really mentioned him too much since he had that crash that broke his wing. But right now, he's not really the title fight. But you've got to remember all those penalties, and you've got to now remember a lot of these guys will be out for these big positions. Because right now, yeah, CA Drama, I mean, technically he's in a podium position right now. Everybody else ahead of him has got 3-second penalties, and he's on a fresh set of mediums. So, I don't know. I mean, there'll be a load of drivers thirsty for some high positions right now. And right now, Bluebird, one of the ones to be a bit ailing here. I had to say you've run out of tyres. I mean, you might have, but I'm just going to remind you once again, you are penalty free. Everybody else over here, while they are on fresh tyres, you do not know what you're going to get caught up in right now. But meanwhile, though, Alex really starting to pack down here. It was a fabulous race here to the fast left-hander. Oh, I don't know what happened there, mate. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's close at the back. Oh, my God, they're almost hitting each other. Oh, is jagging him off. Gets caught out a little bit there, but you'll be very careful with this one. Alex is really taking his sweet time on those soft tyres. It's allowed. Obviously, we've got our limit there to be above 50 mile an hour for constant rates. You can dip under 50 mile an hour, but you can't, keep yourself under that because obviously, if you dip under 50 mile an hour, you're going to start really hurting some of these guys. I mean, what? Alex is going 60 there, and all of a sudden people are coming in, and all of a sudden, yeah, they're quite close to maybe hitting the back of some people. So that is why we do it. But yeah, if it's in this sort of case where you might get limited, then yeah, you can just wait for it. But meanwhile, everyone's trying to think, Alex, just go right now. And they're trying their best to judge when it happens. Alex, off this restart, really going all side by side throughout here. But Blackbird's not got a great start. Bluebird has. They're side by side the line. Is that a legal overtake? I don't know. But Bluebird takes it potentially to turn one. He does get the front downforce. He does, I think, only just. Meanwhile, Pablos is a bit wide there too. And Exotic Swords is going to be challenging the pair of these guys now down towards turn 3. They're not at the minute, but Bluebird and Blackbird are really fighting. Bit of wing off in the background there. I don't know who that was for. Alex is streaking away, but Blackbird does hold that position ahead of Bluebird. Obviously, Bluebird has got that bit of damage on his front wing there, and he's going to feel it through some of these fast corners, even with fresher tyres. We will be seeing that as Pablos gets past the job, but it's contact potentially with them and the McLaren Acado. That's very close between the pair of them. And now Exotic Swords might be thinking about a move here on Bluebird. He's going to go to the outside. Is he able to hold it? No, he's not able to hold it in a minute. But Bluebird surely is going to be struggling with that wing of CA Drama. As I was saying, he's going to be a big big winner, sorry. As I was saying that, he picks up 3-second penalty now. Unfortunate stuff for him as D kicks too late on the brakes. Just manages to hold it there. Now he's got Grimo on the soft tyres. Bonix actually came to blows earlier on in this race, but now Grimo is back ahead of him. Meanwhile, I think Bluebird now, I think his whole goal is just to keep with Blackburn, potentially report him as well. Because if he reports him and he gets a penalty, I mean, hell, I don't know what could happen there, but meanwhile, actually, our Henson's coming to the pit lane. Did he pick up damage during all that? I don't know, but I'm assuming he has, considering this. Have they got a front wing out for him? They have. Doesn't look like there's much damage on that front wing, though. I mean, they have changed it onto a fresh set of soft tyres. But, yeah, I'm a little bit surprised our Henson didn't go for those fresh set of softs. Might as well try and see, compared to those older hard tyres. Maybe it's with the guarantee that it could have actually gone to this race. But now, Henson, let's just have a safety car. I'm not too convinced. Let's be serious, he's early to turn one. Oh, okay. So maybe people saying it's too cautious now. I don't know what to think here. But meanwhile, Blackburn actually has used all of his battery and hasn't broken away from Bluebird. Maybe there is still something on the cards here for Bluebird, especially if he can get that penalty removed, or if he can keep as many people behind in DRS as possible, but still keep close to Blackburn. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it could be a title-defining moment. As meanwhile, Grimo ahead. Now a CJ drama. If, let's say, oh no, big contact! Kadom, that looks to be him ghosting. I'll be quite honest with you, that did not look natural at all. I want to say that it's more Kadom's car all of a sudden ghosting on that screen, because that was not a natural crash in the slightest. I will come to the defense, I think, of Grimo, who I think made that one, or D-Kits. I mean, it was one of them two. That definitely didn't look like it was like their wrongdoing. I think his car is what he ghosted, and that is what's caused it. But meanwhile, out here, Blackbone has managed to get back a lot of that ERS, but Bluebird's got back a little bit more. Exotic Swords is around the same as Blackbone too. I want to have follow in waiting to here. If Bluebird could just stay ahead of everyone, like I said, if he can stay ahead of everybody, potentially give Blackbone a penalty, they could all fall further down this grid than Blackbone. Sorry, he can fall further down this grid than he expects. So let's say, for example, actually, to be fair as well, we've also got Lizzie, possibly, Alex out ahead, sorry, with a potential penalty. We have to wait and see. Obviously, I think Hazard reported that one in qualifying. That does convert into time penalties for a race. But we'll have to wait and see on that one now, as Blackbird's still holding decently out there in front. But I think Bluebird is really starting to feel the effects of that front wing. But meanwhile, actually, Alex has lost a lot of time there all of a sudden to Blackbird. Oh, and actually he's got for a penalty. Oh, this could be interesting. This could be very interesting now. Bluebird is going to do his best to now keep within 3 seconds of Alex out in front. We've only got 2 laps left as well. Blackbone could be with a penalty too. As all know, Bluebird quite wide, I think, there at the apex there. We're going to have to wait and see now what happens down towards the next couple of turns. He does not want Exotic through, just in case he can't get a penalty removed. But I think that is going to be another warning for him. I think that 3-second penalty is going to be there to stay now for Bluebird. As meanwhile, Alex is... I don't know. He's really struggling all of a sudden. And Exotic Swords now, round the outside of Bluebird. That's put in place, taken away. Pablos as well has got Thomas. And you know what? It's getting closer and closer here. I don't know what to think about what's going on just yet. I really don't know. I don't think Bluebird can get that penalty moved anymore. Because I almost certainly think that is going to be a penalty... at least a warning for him when he extended that one. But right now, Alex is basically backing up everybody now into his last couple laps. What he's trying to force Blackbone now into a 3-second penalty. He's quite early for turn 1. Blackbone, as it stands, will win this race. But obviously, we might know, it's Bluebird. Another 3 seconds now. He's got to make sure to get one more warning out there, and he could find himself potentially able to get that 3-second penalty removed that he did have. I don't know. Whatever's happened, I really don't know. But we're seeing quite a lot of things going on right now. I cannot tell you who will be in the title fight by the end of this race or not. The one person I can say will be out of it should be Henson, to my knowledge. That's all we're going to say. But meanwhile, Blackburn right now, could he at least find himself taking a win on track? I think a lot of this will be decided in Stewart's Wood. But meanwhile, Blackbone now, he's going to try and make a move on Alex here. Alex defensive. Blackbone gets a little bit of contact from him, but he actually got a bit more contact. He's on straight on Blackbone. That's quite rude there from Alex. And Exotic Swords, all of a sudden, 5-7 in second place. I think both of them are going to have something to say about Alex there in these final couple of corners. I think Blackbone will still take the win on, at least provisionally, after all of this. But Alex is going to let Exotic Swords. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Blackbone should take the win, at least provisionally. I don't know what has just happened, but yeah, provisionally, we've got Blackbone winning. We should have Exotic Swords of P2, I believe. Bluebird could potentially be P3 after everything. I don't know. Actually, no, I'm not too sure. Alex obviously crashed into me. Yeah, I would probably suspect that'll be a report for Alex there as well. I'm not too surprised by that one. That looked pretty bad. Um, well, I expected there to be a much cleaner Australia than that, but it turns out there was not. I'm really frustrated with that one myself. After all that, I mean, at least for now, congratulations to Blackbone, but that was, yeah, that was not good. Those last laps, that was not good at all. I'm not very happy with that one, but yeah. Anyway, still a good job to most of the people out in front there. Blackbone, the main one. Bluebird potentially backing me up is a thing, but getting into the grass, yeah, getting into the grass, that was not it in the end of things. But yeah, Blackburn provisionally takes the win. I know there's any possible penalties with what happened with here with Bluebird or anything else in this race. I don't know. Exotic Swords P2, congratulations to him. Yeah, I mean, Alex, I don't know. I don't think that was very good at all from Alex. And yeah, meanwhile, Thomas at P4, Bluebird at P5, apparently, I think. Yeah, I'm very. I'm going to question that one quite a bit there. Who could have seen that coming? Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed by that one. We don't want these sorts of things happening in the championship. I'll go through the race director and I'll read out the results soon enough. I'll try and go through everything for you guys. Yeah, there we go. Just trying to go through everything for you all. Yeah, I'm not too happy with that one, and I will probably be dealing with that one myself after all of that. But at least provisionally, congrats to Blackbone on that win in the end of things. Exotic Swords as well. All of a sudden, standing on the podium out of kind of nowhere. I feel like he was always sort of around that P4, P5 range, and then just suddenly got back up into P2. Obviously helped a bit by whatever was going on that final lap. And Pavlos in P3, doing pretty good actually, all things considered, where he started, and obviously the issues that he had. I'm going just to put out provisional results right now of what I'm seeing. Nothing is like fully correct here, but as long as it's somewhat correct, I can at least tell you something about what's going on. I think right now, let's have a quick look at this. So, I think if we're just taking out what has just happened, and this is all I've got, we do have Bluebird 25 points away from Blackburn. So the title is still on, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Meanwhile, McLaren still have got Red Bull for company in the Constructors' fight. Haas as well, actually, still in the Constructors. I think a load of people actually still in the Constructors' fight, technically. But yeah, I think realistically, once here, McLaren versus Red Bull, that'll be the fight we'll be looking at. We will be heading to Austria for the final race of this season. Everything here is provisional right now. I've got no idea what will happen, not happen after this race. Whatever will happen, I will fill you in immediately going into the final race. But yeah, right now, at least provisionally, congrats to Blackbird, congrats to Exotic, congrats to a bunch of people actually. In fact, I think Grimo somehow finished P6, I think, after all that with Mercedes there. So brilliant job of him. And that's before report. So Grimo isn't part of a report, then we might be seeing a big result from him. Same as CJ Drama in P7. DK P8, but I think he'll get reported by Grimo as well in that race. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, for now, I believe we still got a title fight. Yeah, too much stuff happened in that final couple laps to really discuss right now. And I will fill everybody in. I actually start stream a bit earlier, I think, on next week's finale there. And I'll try and fill everybody in to what happened. But yeah, right now, that is all we really got time for now. Hopefully, we've got a very good title fight going towards Austria, but we're just going to wait and see. I'm Miss Cookie. This has been BRL Season 15, Round 9 at Australia. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.